then I would, and we could grow a little closer. Where are we going? Why are you growing? Why are we growing?
What's going on today, y'all? I just want to come to y'all about some stuff that I've been seeing on social media that has genuinely been bothering me. All these crazy challenges about what you would do for the dick, what you would do for the pussy, what you would do for, whatever stupid shit that's going on. People wasting money and food and alcohol, and it's just all too much, I think, for me. Like, with everything that's going on in the world, I know people are just trying to find comedic relief, and people are just trying to figure out ways to just put smiles on people's faces, but we have got to be able to do this in a more positive way, a way that's going to make people feel happy, but not wasteful. It's people out here who do not have money. It's people out here who do not have food. Our children are exposed to Facebook and Instagram and just everything. And, sometimes a lot of parents out here do not take the time to be mindful of what it is their children are looking at on television, what they're receiving from YouTube, what they're receiving from social media. You allow them to use your phone to watch videos. So, you may not be monitoring that stuff. And it bothers me because I have a niece, I have a nephew that are young, and they use phones and they use tablets, and anything can just slip underneath of the radar. And my sister and my brother are pretty on top of things like that, but you just never know. It's so much content out there that you can't monitor it all, and you can't see it all. But it's just more people out here now that don't even try to monitor it, don't even try to look at it, and then if their child is exposed to it, they don't even try to explain it. I don't know. It's just been really bothering me. I see it on my timelines all day long. I hear people talk about it. I was just outside. What really brought me here was I was just outside, and it was a couple of young girls. I don't know, maybe 13, 14 years old. And where I live in my community, we have a couple of little grill areas where people can sit down and just hang out, chill, talk, whatever. And I was walking the dog, and the little girls were recording a video. And I didn't say anything because I try not to say anything to other people's children, especially that's not family of mine. And they were in the park dancing, making beats, talking about what they're going to do for the dick. And I just shook my head. Like, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to do or say. And I just walked off and came straight in here and decided to come live with you guys because it's just getting out of control. It's our responsibility as adults, to be able to teach our kids right from wrong and let them know, like, yeah, you see it, but it don't make it right. Just because you see other children your age doing it, it doesn't make it okay. It doesn't make it right. You shouldn't even be thinking about sex at 13 and 14 years old. You should not even be worried about things like that. You shouldn't even be able to, like, get your head around what you would do for whatever, And I didn't say anything, but it was another lady walking past who, decided to say something for a couple of reasons. One, she was outside with her younger daughter, which probably was maybe 5. Two, you're in a communable area where people can walk past and sit and do whatever. So, that was that. And she said something, and from what I heard as I was walking, I was being nosy. So from what I heard from that double take to walk Luna around again, she basically was just telling them, like, you got to be more respectful than that. It's other people out here, The little girls got mad, got smart with her, told her she needed to mind her business. She's not my mom, typical teenage things. But the woman wasn't wrong, And as a parent, when you have a child that's younger than 13, 14, 15, and she's 5 or he's 5 or 6 or younger, and they're hearing that stuff, your natural reaction is to say something to the people that are around, saying anything. I don't know what has happened to the days where, like, when I was young, y'all were probably young, I would get slapped in my mouth for cussing around my mother or cussing around anybody that may know my mother. Like, my grandmother ever heard it, my mother, like, I knew that if I was going to say something, I needed to be far, far away. Like, walking up a street where nobody knows me. Definitely not on the front porch around the other adults that sat outside on the front porch. Not on the playground because there was little kids around and their parents were around and you don't know who the hell your mama know. You don't know who your grandmama know. You understand what I'm saying? Um, I knew that when I went outside and I was in a situation where I could be overheard talking or my behaviors could get back to, I knew better. I just knew better. I knew better. I also did not have, back then I'm 27, so say I was 17 or down, so 13, 14, I didn't have a lot of social media. I had MySpace, but I knew better. I did not have, or we did not have the outlets that the kids today have to do things like that. And I think even if we did, because how social media is set up and a lot of us have family and friends on our pages, we still would kind of be mindful of how we would do and say things. You would just move a little bit differently. But now, I don't know, it's like they don't give a fuck. They could care less. Like, they do not care. And it scares me, for one. Um, Mostly because my niece and my nephews, they growing up in this, and I know my brother and my sister and our moms and our dads and our grandparents, like, we're trying, us, me, Aaron, we're trying to help raise respectable kids, and we're not expecting them to be perfect, but we're expecting them to know better when they're in a situation to make proper judgment calls. Like, I'm expecting the mistakes, but I don't want the mistakes to be them talking about sex and what they're going to do for pussy and what they're going to do for dick and how they're going to do whatever. Like, I don't want them talking like that. I don't even really want them thinking like that out loud, in a public area for people to hear them. Like, I understand that kids grow up and I understand that children learn about sex and I understand, like, all those things are natural things. However, it is a time, it is a place, and it is a way that you have those conversations constructively. And it is definitely not on social media, Facebook, Instagram, just trying to get likes, just trying to go viral, just trying to do whatever. And me personally, it's like the first thing in my head is, damn, would you have said that if your mother was around? Would you have said that if your grandmom or your dad was around? Like, if you wouldn't talk like that around your people, then have enough respect for the other adults and the little kids that are around you. Have enough respect to not speak like that around other people, because that's somebody else's mother, that's somebody else's father, grandmother, somebody else's little sister. Like, if you wouldn't talk like that around your people, don't do that. And I think where we go wrong is TV has started raising our kids. Social media has started raising our kids. These platforms, like, some parents have gotten lazy. And it is just so much easier to turn on the TV and go about your goddamn business, go talk on the phone, go do whatever it is that you need to get done. It's so much easier to just send them to school and not ask about their day, not ask about what they learned, not answer questions when they ask. It is just so much easier for some parents to just be like, oh, Google it. You know what I mean? Google it. Look it up on the internet. Figure it out, because they don't want to be the person to explain it. And I think it is just every fucking responsible. I think that, parents, some of them need to just do better. They need to be realistic. I mean, teach your children not to be wasteful. Like I said in the beginning of this, it's people out here who can't. It's people out here who don't, and they want to, but sometimes life just takes a hold and they just cannot. And you're wasting food and you're wasting, alcohol's not all that important, but you're wasting it. You understand what I'm saying? You're wasting money and whatever, you talking crazy, you just, I don't know, it's like it's lessons that are just not being instilled, and I just don't understand why. I don't understand why you don't want to teach your children to be more giving. I don't understand why you want to teach your children to be less wasteful. I don't understand why you don't want to sit down with your kids and explain to them, sex is a part of life. However, that is not, it should not be the overall doing of your life. Like, that shouldn't be where your mind is focused at. I don't understand why we can't say to them, listen, you might be sexually active, but that should not be your focal point. You understand what I'm saying? Like, your focal point should be getting out of school. Your focal point should be going to college. And if not, then, learning how to become an entrepreneur. Like, gone are the days where you see people on the summertime setting their kids up with lemonade stands, teaching them business skills, teaching them how to manage money, teaching them things like that. I have some friends on my social media that are amazing at stuff like that, and they share it. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I have a friend that teaches her daughters how to balance a checkbook, and they're young kids, but she's doing right. You teach them things like that. Make them understand the value of a dollar. Make them understand that it's more to them and then that's their body or their tennis shoes or how fresh their haircuts are or how nice their hairstyles are. It's I don't understand why we have to put so much negativity in the world, why we have to put so much negativity on social media, where we know for a fact that children can get to it, the youth can get to it. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to say a positive word. And for those people who do, for those people who are out there spreading positivity and spreading, peace, love, and happiness, and, pride in yourself, and, teaching your children how to have self-esteem, like, for y'all, I applaud you. I applaud you, and I definitely think that, you're doing amazing job. But unfortunately, the world just don't want to see that. The world wants it to negativity. Those videos are the videos that get the shares. Those videos are the ones that hit millions and millions of likes and hundreds of thousands of views. And the people that are out there, with the children in the mirror, telling them that they're beautiful and they're amazing and you're a black king and you're a black queen, or you're just a princess or a prince in general, those things don't get likes. Those things don't get views. Those things do not go as far in, the internet world as they could and they should. And I genuinely just have a problem with that. It's scary to me. It bothers me. I don't understand it. But I don't know. I guess that was just more of a rant. It wasn't no real advice uh being given here. It was definitely just a rant. It's just sad. It's sad to see that that's what things are coming down to. Um I don't know. I don't know, y'all. I guess that's all I really got to say is I just want for the society around us to do better. We have enough negativity going on in the world. We definitely should not be helping to share the content. We shouldn't be sharing fights and what I'm gonna do for the pussy challenges and stupid shit like that. We should not be giving those things fame. We should not be promoting that in the world of millennials where it's like sponges. They suck it up, and gone are the days of do as I say, not as I do. They hear you, they see you, they are watching you, they are mimicking you. So do better. That's all I gotta say. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Saturday. I'm out. Love y'all.